What's up? Welcome into Sports and More. I'm your host, Kevin. Today we're going to be getting into who is the most annoying person in sports television. Obviously, there's a vast, wide variety of folks that you could choose from. I know that, if you've seen the picture, the thumbnail, some of those are definitely up there. Joe Buck drives me crazy. I really, he just has something about him that just really makes me, I can't put my finger on, but just I don't like watching a game that he's involved with. Pierre McGuire, this whole between the glass thing, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I mean, the guy has nothing to add to the broadcast of hockey games, and it's like he's a sideshow. Why? Why would you put someone down there? And then what upsets me even more is, I don't know. I know that I live in Michigan, obviously, and I know that the Red Wings started putting their color commentator down there in between the glass, and I'm like, so I'm figuring every team's doing this now. And if that's the case, man, it is stupid. To me, it is the dumbest thing. You get nothing from it. Oh yeah, the benches are chirping at one another. Well, we already know that. I mean, come on, it doesn't, that's part of the game. You can see that from, the press box. You don't need to be in between the benches. So that drives me nuts. Then ESPN had this whole thing with Booger McFarland, and I don't even know what you call that concoction other than a hot mess where it slid him down the field, and oh man, they got rid of that to their credit, and now he's in the booth. And I don't have nothing against Booger McFarland. I think he's actually pretty decent at being a color commentator. I just thought he had to have thought, this is a damn joke. And obviously ESPN reversed course on that. And then, I don't watch much golf, but the golf I have watched, that David Faraday guy, he drives me nuts. I don't know, he's like Buck, really pretentious and really arrogant. There's a lot more folks I could have, I couldn't really fit in to the picture, but there's a lot more folks out there I know people really don't like. Kirk Herbstreit, Collinsworth. I know Collinsworth gets a lot of crap on the internet, and honestly, I don't mind Collinsworth. I think he's pretty good. And then if you get into boxing. Look, there's so many people that they allow to commentate. I think, at first Tim Bradley was really bad, but I think he's tried to get better, and he has gotten better. So I give him props for that. But the greatest boxing combination of commentators and play-by-play guys that I ever watched, and I watched them regularly, was Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas. Those two are phenomenal, and they should have never been broken up. I don't know why they were. ESPN just likes to ruin good things, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I think Joe Goossen's a very good commentator in boxing. I think Paulie Malignaggi is probably the best, because he will tell you exactly the truth. And that's what I love about Teddy Atlas when he used to call fights. Now they don't even let him call fights. It's so messed up. Probably because he was always against, he was quick to point out how bad the system is in boxing. And, it's the truth. What are you going to do? So you shut him up. You get him off there. But Paulie Malignaggi is definitely my favorite guy to watch, because whether it's like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, an American against a Brit or a UK dude, he's gonna tell you the truth. Like Wilder should not be doing this. Whatever. And you get into, let's see, baseball, basketball. Look, I don't know, man. Mark Jackson is just kind of annoying. I think 3 is way too many. I mean, I think they're fine with just Van Gundy and the play-by-play dude. Mark Jackson, he's got his "Mama, there goes that man," and his sayings and stuff. But when he starts talking about the actual game, he's just like, I don't know. He seems like he's on. Seems like he always has to disagree with Van Gundy. And it's like, we're not watching a debate show, one of them stupid morning debate shows that you guys have. We're watching the actual game, and really, I don't see any need for Mark Jackson to be on the broadcast. I love Players Only. That is great. That is awesome. They have ex-players calling the game, and, then they'll talk about, what's going on. I think that is the best content out there. If you have NBA TV, Players Only is the absolute best for the NBA. MLB has, nothing really. I mean, MLB Network is basically the worst, boringest stuff you could watch. I mean, it's cool that, they show the replays of the games or the highlights of the games, but look, I love Brian Kinney. He's great at calling play-by-play for boxing. And but when he switch over to MLB, when he gets into his analytics, oh man, analytics have totally ruined the game of baseball for me. I watched one game where I believe it was Tampa Bay was playing, and literally every batter that they threw to, they had a shift on for defensive shift, and it's like the dude hit it right into the shift, and that's, it might be, and it probably is the right thing to do as far as, percentage wise getting guys out, but man, it is boring as crap to watch. I want every player to have to play their own position, first, second, third base, short, and then the outfield, and then catcher, pitcher. I want them to have to play their position, not line up the shortstop, 3 yards back in the infield where the second baseman would be, just to get an out. That doesn't show any athleticism. You're not showing these guys abilities. So yeah, I kind of switched from what broadcaster annoys you the most to rant on, the actual games. But I want to hear what broadcaster annoys you the most, or he doesn't have to be a broadcaster, just sports TV guy. And then B, if you're like me, if you dislike the way that some of the sports have gone, especially baseball. So drop your comments down below. I'll read and reply to every one of them. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, peace.